Now we're back in the vehicle. I went ahead and took the door card off, but this is what it looks like on the passenger side. Welcome back to Garage Matters. Now we got our 4-inch speaker in, so come on over here. Let me give you a recap real quick on what is going on. So a couple weeks ago, I ordered this 4-inch speaker bracket for the Celica GT4. I'm trying to get it to fit in here so I can utilize a 4-inch speaker instead of my 3-inch speaker, and it looks like it's going good so far. This is the 4-inch speaker that I decided to go with. I'm going with these Kickers KSC 40s. Let's just go ahead and take a look at this outer box right here. It's a pretty good looking box. It is nice thick cardboard to help protect these speakers during transit. So it is 150 watts peak, 75 watts RMS. And one thing I noticed is these pictures are very similar to its big brother, the 6.5 inches up here. So it looks like they just used the pictures up here and put them down here on their 4-inch series. Let's go ahead and get this turned around and take a quick look at the specs right here. So this is a 4-inch woofer cone. The tweeter is 1/2 inch. And here is telling us that the frequency response actually goes down to 60 and then as high as 20,000. So my head unit actually can go down to 30 and 20,000. So it's gonna be perfect for my head unit. Get this unboxed, pull this right on out, and you can tell again, this nice thick cardboard. All right, pull this on out. All right, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right, and that is what it looks like. Flip this around. Bam, perfect. All right, so this does come wrapped, and it does come with some of these wires right here, clamps to hook up to the speakers. I'm pretty sure we're going to need to use these as well. It does come with some hardware down here. And let's set these to the side. Take a look at these two little speakers right here. Now I do like that these do come with some adapters right here, just in case it doesn't fit in your vehicle. You can use these adapters right here to help get them to fit on your vehicle. And I think for my application, we might have to use these adapters almost as spacers, and I think we'll do like that. And I know that's not the correct way, but I'm pretty sure we're going to need spacers on this vehicle, so we'll probably do that. But take a look at this. This speaker looks really good, just like the 650s that I tested a couple months ago. Really beautiful looking speaker. Flip this around. That's what it looks like. It does have the signature red for the top of the line of the KS series. Kicker coaxer. So this is a 4 ohm speaker. So the lower the ohm rating, the less power it's going to require to drive these speakers. And then once again, the size of the woofer cone and the tweeter. And this is actually made in Thailand. Pretty good looking speaker. I'm really eager to go ahead and get this installed. So let's go ahead and bring it over to the ST205 and get it installed. And here's the bracket that we ordered a couple weeks ago. It is 3D printed again, but the good thing is it actually fits. The mounting holes for the bracket lines up perfectly to the vehicle. No issues here. But like I was telling you guys last week, we probably need to add some spacers. So I just went ahead and took care of that real quick. And these are where the spacers are. These are actually washers. I'll put 2 washers back behind here to kind of bring this bracket out a little. That way we can clear the magnet on this door right here. Same thing down here. I put 2 washers back behind here. Well, you can't see it, but there's 2 back behind there. And these washers are just regular household washers. Let me see if I can find them. Where did they go? All right, so these are the washers right here. Right here, so this is what I'm using. And all I do is just stack them like that and then place them behind the bracket. Let's just go ahead and bring this over here. All right, so that is what this bracket looks like. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of place this in here, see what happens, see if this is enough clearance for us for this magnet. And it looks like it is probably not enough. Take a look at that. It back behind here, it is still hitting the door. So I think we might have to probably try something else. Okay, so it looks like it's right in the middle, but okay, right in the middle. All right. That's lined up down here. We might be able to get a screw in here. This one, maybe. And then that's how much there is on the gap. You know what? I think we're just gonna kind of wiggle this around and see if we can just get it to work somehow. Maybe go like this. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna go like this. All right, let me set this camera down and see what's going on. Now what I want to do is just kind of get this tacked on there just to see if it's centered. And then we're going to throw the door card on to make sure that it is still going to fit with no issues. And then if it works, we'll go ahead and turn on some music and see what it sounds like. Now, when it comes to customization, especially when it comes to car stuff, automotive, it is really hard to find a perfect fitment when it comes to aftermarket parts. So I don't expect this install to be perfect. I am just wanting this to work, and I'm not too concerned about how it actually looks like, because once you put the door card over, you're not gonna see all this ugliness that is going on here. And I think this might be good enough. And yeah, let me bring this camera around. All right, now this is what we're gonna go with. I think this is gonna work for my purposes. Now, as you can tell, I've only got one of these mounting screws on this speaker onto the bracket. Over here, it looks like you might be able to fit one, but it's kind of off-centered. There's a little gap behind here as well because of the magnet that's behind there. It's not going flush. Down here, that's how much of a gap there is, and the same thing over here. Big enough for my pointer finger to rub back behind here. Now let's take a look at this magnet. So this magnet is still up against the door, but luckily I have this foam padding back behind here, so the magnet is resting still on this foam padding. And this might not be ideal. Take a look at that. It's not nice and flush, but once we cover it up, it should be just fine, and I'm perfectly fine with this. Take a look at that. It is nice and centered. Let me grab the door card and fit it over to make sure that it still fits just fine. If it fits, we'll hook everything up, turn some music on, and see what it sounds like. Now it's time for the door card. Let's see if it fits. If it fits, we are gonna hook up the wires. All right, so take a look at that. So that's what it looks like, and everything is still lining up. All the mounting holes for the door card still mounts up. Take a look at that. I'm barely pressing on it. Once we put the screws back on, it is going to look just fine. Perfect fitment. Let's bring in this camera and take a look at this speaker, see how it looks like with this door card installed. No issues at all with the screw holes. Everything lines up perfectly, so this is what it looks like. Hopefully you guys can see, but that is what it looks like. And it is not touching any part of the door card in there. I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but that's the best I'm gonna be able to do. But it doesn't look too bad at all. I'm just happy that the speaker itself is not making contact with the grill or the door card, and it looks like it's centered enough for me. Let's go ahead and hook it up and see what it sounds like. Now we're back in the vehicle. I went ahead and took the door card off, but this is what it looks like on the passenger side. And if you notice, it's kind of tilted inwards. I kind of don't mind that. I actually like it because it's pointing the speakers towards my ears. This is the driver's side. There's a pretty big gap right here, but I'm all right with it, and it's only held on by this one screw down here. But take a look at it. It's on there good enough where it's not going to vibrate or fall off with just one screw, and I'm perfectly fine with that because with the door card, it fits right over it perfectly. Now if you notice, there are some spaces back here. I'll put 3 back here on the driver's side just to tilt this inward a little bit more, that way it's facing my ears. But let's go ahead and get the music rolling. So what I'm doing here on the head unit is I've got the fader balance everything towards the front speakers, and I went ahead and disconnected the factory tweeters up here on both sides. That way we could get all the music coming out that's tweeter right here and this 4-inch woofer cone. Now I will leave these subwoofers on just so we can have some bass and some mid-range and some tweeters going on. So let's go ahead and get some music playing on this radio. Alright, so what do you guys think so far? How does it sound? I know it sounds like really bright right now, but let's go ahead and add in the 6.5-inch speakers in the rear and see what it sounds like. Let's see if you guys can tell the difference. Let's go ahead and switch this back to center. Bring this back up to front. Alright, I think that's gonna do it this time for Garage Matters. I'm really excited that these brackets actually fit. Now, they're not 100%, but that's just the way it goes when you start customizing your ride. That's gonna do it this time for Garage Matters. But I will come out with a third part just to showcase this entire audio system, because I really think that I'm done with this audio system. I got the rears done, the mids done, and the subs. They've been done for a while, and I think it sounds pretty good. I'm just gonna round it out with one last video to show you guys how this sound system sounds like with these Kickers KSC series. Now that's gonna do it this time for Garage Matters. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and join us next time on Garage Matters.